What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. And I feel like if I was just to pause the camera right here, a lot of you wouldn't even need to know what the track is. I feel like this is such a historic track at this point. People know Steel City when they see it. So this is a new track created by Kevin Fuller, and it's all finished, it's all finalised, he's ready to go. He's just waiting on approval for it to be finalised and uploaded to the shop. Now, I'm very fortunate that he sent this to me a day or a couple of days early. It should be released within the next week. And it's been a while since I've had the opportunity to kind of like do a track early before its actual release date and build a little bit of hype for it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Now, there is already a Steel City that exists on this game. It is on MXB Mods, and it's created by Razzles, and it is really, really good. I think it's a track that doesn't get played much at all. It does suit the smaller bikes, to be fair. The scaling's a little bit on the small side. We'll see how this one rides too. But Steel City is such an iconic track, you know, such an iconic layout. It's a shame that it doesn't get raced anymore. I don't even know if it exists anymore, you know. My American track knowledge is not ideal. But I'd love to hear some history on it at all. Like, what happened? Why did it no longer get put on the calendar for the outdoors? Because, I mean, the outdoors, the AMA now these days, I feel like they're getting less and less tracks that are suitable for racing on, aren't they? I feel like they're losing another one very, very soon. But I'm really excited to try this. It's going to have that usual Kevin flair. I mean, looking at the textures, like, it looks beautiful, by the way. The greens are greening, the norms are norming, like that. Doesn't look like a 2D image at all to me. That looks like all of the dirt is popping out. And it's nice seeing a little bit of roughness added in here as well. Some of Kevin's track in the past, they've been like really, really fast, but also a little bit flat as well. Not too much roughness. I'm thinking of like his newest version of Marinios, etc. But this one looks to be a bit of a challenge too. Now, I am not on the KTM 450 today. I have no idea where in the paddock I would be. Actually, there I am. I'm on the KTM 252 stroke today. Just doing a little bit of experimenting to see what two-stroke I enjoy ahead of Washougal's racing. And the KTM, it's okay. I feel like I'm vibing more towards the gas at the moment, but I'm still going to do a little bit of testing throughout the week here. So without further ado, let me stop waffling. We're going to go spin some laps, see how this track rides, and my fingers are crossed for it to be really, really good fun. Now, of course, I feel like we should probably address the very shiny, very hairless elephant that's in the room. It happened. If nobody saw, then if you go to my channel and you go to the live section, the very last live stream you'll see on the channel was Rusper shaving all my hair off, which was a very enjoyable and fun time. And I'll be honest, this is day 2 of me actually existing with it properly, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it anywhere near as much as I thought I would. I wouldn't say that I'm someone that particularly suits having no hair in general, but my god, is it nice waking up in the morning and not having to do anything with it. Me and Linda went swimming yesterday. She had a day off work, so we went swimming at our gym that we haven't had the luxury to utilise yet. And I just felt so aerodynamic, you know, just gliding through the water, having a good old time. And if anything, I feel like it makes me look a little bit more... I don't know, is intimidating the right word? Probably not, but they feel absolutely fine. The only downside is it's grown back like a tiny bit already, and it almost feels like Velcro. Like anything that you put on my head basically sticks to it, which it's interesting. But I thought it was quite good. People seemed to enjoy themselves during the stream as well, which is the most important part. And I am a man of my word. I told you it would happen, and it has indeed happened. So yeah, thank you for everyone that stopped by and saw that. I think we probably peaked at about 150 viewers or so during it, which is quite funny just to see me sit there and get my hair shaved off. Although I feel like a lot of people were secretly there for the old Rusper face reveal, and everyone was basically saying how sexy Rusper is, which is quite odd because this isn't like a dig at Charlie at all, because I had this exact same thing when I done my face reveal originally on the channel. I was quite surprised at how nice people are, because usually on the internet you think people are just arseholes and, you know, horrible all the time, but maybe we have actually got a semi-decent community of nice individuals on this channel. So thank you very much, everyone that's been really nice. He was, I wouldn't say he was worried about it, but I think he was happy with how it all went in the end. He seemed quite content with it all, and of course there's always going to be a couple of pictures and a couple of memes taken from there. There's one picture of him behind me when my head's just covered in shaving cream that looks quite funny, and I've actually been quite enjoying seeing the comparisons and like characters that people have been sending in Discord to say what I look like, and it's all in good fun at the end of the day. I would say it was for a good cause. I mean, that donator-thon was ridiculous. I should probably do another one at some point. I think I might need to restructure the format, because the 12-hour-a-day thing, I think that's just a recipe for disaster and it just going on indefinitely. But we'll rework it and we'll come back to it. I'm open to hear some suggestions as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. So let's come back to this track right now. The previous version of Steel City in this game by Razzles, I love. I really enjoy. I think my first experience of it was for the EMS 125 series from way back in the day. Really enjoyable. I hope that we get another good two-stroke series come back in the near future. And for two-strokes in general, I wanted to give you a little update on the Washougal situation. So it would appear there's been a few too many whiners, a few too many whompers, a few complainers that have been vocal enough to basically make the vote for it to be two strokes only, which I believe was unanimous to do two strokes, basically voided. So now they've opened it back up to 4 strokes again. Usually I wouldn't mind. Downside is that means that the fast boys, even if there's one fast boy now that will go and rock the 450 instead of the 250, everyone will rock the 450, because it's almost like FOMO. You know, you don't want to miss out on some points. You don't want to be the one person to try it and do bad, etc. However, I again, a man of my word, I will ride the 252 stroke, a 252 stroke, I don't know which one it's going to be, at Washougal. Now, I'm trying to coerce Tyler into doing the same thing, because I think he was the one who had the idea originally in the first place before it even went to a vote. So we're going to see how that goes. I haven't spoken to Cam since, but he's voiced straight up saying that he's going to ride the 450 just because he doesn't like riding the 252 stroke, which it seems to be a bit of a common theme. Not many people are vibing with them at all. They definitely seem to have a lot wonkier front ends than the 450 does, and I feel like that's probably the reason a lot of people want to ride it. It's a shame, you know. I would really love to see all of the fast boys doing something a little bit different, but I can't force anybody else to do something they don't want to do. So that is the long and short of it. I'm going to rock up at Washougal on a 2-stroke. I'm going to be underpowered. Probably will end up losing the points lead because of it, but it's all for good fun at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world, you know. I have to take a step back now and then and realise, you know, it is MX bikes. It's not life at this point. Winning every single championship that you enter is not the end of the world. So if I somehow keep the points lead, I'm 7 points up going into next round. If I somehow keep it after riding the 2-smoker against some 450s, I'll be a very happy man indeed. I want to try and approach it in the same way that we approach Millville, in just a much more relaxed and laid-back sense. I think that will be the best way to go for it, and then just whatever happens, happens. You know, if I do well, that's a massive bonus. If I don't do well, it's kind of more to be expected considering the bike. But it is what it is. I would just say it's a shame that it had to go like one way and then go back the other way, because people didn't want to have some fun for one race. But it is what it is. I will stop complaining. That will be the end of it from me. But the KTM feels odd to me. It sounds like it's going somewhere, but then I don't feel like I'm really moving anywhere at all. Whereas when I ride the gas, it feels quicker and it sounds quicker. It might just be placebo. I think it might be, but then the issue that I have with the gas is it almost feels like the collisions on the bike. So, you know, like the bottom of the forks, the I was going to say maybe swing on. I don't know. Maybe swing on when you lean over far enough. The foot pegs. It feels like the collisions on that is almost bigger. Can I trip? Hang on. Can I trip this? Maybe. I'll have to try and revisit that next lap. Yeah, it feels like the collisions are bigger or wider and easier to hit. I find myself standing up in a lot more ruts on the gas where like a foot peg will dig into the ground. Maybe that's like a geometry thing. Maybe it's just a little bit looser than the KTM is, so I get further lent over without realising it, and that's what causes it. But yeah, it's Tuesday today. I've got another 3 days after today basically to do a little bit of testing to see how things go. Friday I won't be able to do much because if Linda can get the time booked off of work, I plan on taking her to a theme park during the day, so I'll probably get back 30 minutes before track releases. So yeah, I won't be able to practice then, but Wednesday and Thursday, rest of the day, I can do a little bit of grinding, a little bit of dabbling to see what works and what doesn't work. I'm a little bit nervous for it, you know. It's almost like there's a little bit of, there is always pressure now going into rounds, you know, when you've got the red plate. People will expect you to kind of keep it. It is stressful. I was really happy with how Millville went. I didn't think I'd ever be as happy with a P2 in my life, especially having, I feel, the speed to go and win and just making a couple of silly mistakes. But one thing that will work in my favour, I have to test this out. But for whatever reason, the 252 strokes out of the start gate are disgustingly quick if you get it right. They just seem to like hook up and just go. That's for the first half of the start straight. The second half of the start straight, the 450s obviously come into their own. They've got the power, and they gain back on you. So it's going to be a weird one because Washougal is quite a long start straight, and then it's got a long old sweeper. But if I can put my bike in a position where I can kind of move over and kind of close the door on people and hold that inside around the left of the start straight, I might be able to get okay starts, which will do most of the work for me. That's something that went really well for me at Millville, was getting good starts, and I'm hoping that I can continue that through elsewhere also. But that's going to be my strategy. Try and work on starts, try and get a good one, see how it goes, and then probably just ride around the track and try and survive for the next 35 minutes after that. I think that's the only option I have. But it should be good fun. I'm really excited, and I hope all of you will pop by as well. I don't know if we're doing military appreciation in-game. I don't think there's been any more announcements on it recently. I'll have to double check. If it is, then I might have some cool gear and bike rocking up for it. I'll have to see, but I can't confirm or deny if we are doing anything for Military Appreciation Week. Did they do anything? Did they do military appreciation related stuff for Washougal IRL this year? I feel like I didn't see much in the way of like camo on bikes, etc. But I could have just not been paying attention. Me and Charlie chucked it up on the monitor, and we was just chilling, waffling. We had the motocross on one screen, and then we had Call of Duty champs on the other screen, trying to watch Optic get the job done. If you like your Call of Duty, you haven't seen the results yet, I apologise, I'm going to spoil it. But yes, Optic did manage to become champs, which was lovely to see. Big up the Green Wall, we love to see it. And yeah, it was a good weekend all round, actually. Had a good time. Nice seeing Rusborough again, and hopefully we can do it again sometime soon. Obviously, I'll be travelling back down south for... Well, I say back down south, the event's not back down south. But I'm going back down south for the Vets Nations at Fox Hills that's going at the end of August. But I'm travelling down there, going to stay with the family overnight, and then me and Rusborough are going to drive up, etc. Now that's where the predicament comes. If you haven't been paying much attention, or you don't watch every video, I'll say this again. Budds Creek, the in-game Budds Creek, the date on that Friday, I will be in a field watching motocross. So I'm unsure how it's going to go. If I've got red play, I'm going to have to try and... I don't know, I'm going to have to try and work some magic to see what I can do setup-wise to actually play bikes on that Friday night. I'm even tempted to drive home, play, and then drive back again, like that night or in the morning. We'll see how it goes. Which might sound a bit sad, but come on, boys, I'm getting past my prime at this point. I can't keep keeping up with all these youngsters that are just incredible at the game. It's not going to happen for that much longer. Oh, front end. I wanted to see if I could still double around the corner off the trip in, but yeah, this front end is a little bit on the looser side than the 450, a little bit looser than what I'm used to. Yeah, if I've still got red play at Budds Creek, I'm going to have to try and work some magic. I'll either have to take a laptop and pray that a hotspot is good enough, or I drive home, play, and then drive back again Friday night. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I haven't got many more championship runs in me, I don't think. I'm getting out of my prime. I can't really hold my own to these boys for much longer. Everyone's just getting better and better and better, and I feel like I'm just kind of staying the same and holding on for dear life. But we'll see how it goes. I've been enjoying bikes again recently, which is something that I can't say every single day. But I think it took me a little bit of time detoxing after the very long donator-thon. I was up at like 120 hours in the last 2 weeks when we did that, and just logging onto the game today, I'm currently at 29. So a lot less time, which has made my experience a lot more enjoyable. And in terms of enjoyability, this track's actually really, really good fun. I like the roughness that we've got going on. There's some very cool lines like doubling into that corner there, which I've done a few times unintentionally. And I think if you hop on the 450 as well, I think there's probably some big boy lines around this track where you can jump like an extra roller here, skip a couple of bumps all over the place. And I think this track is going to flow really, really nicely. And hopefully once it's all fully released, all of you can have a really fun time riding it as well. Can I quad into here? Oh, barely. So yeah, I'm going to disappear, get this done. I'm going to go to the gym, probably. That would actually be beneficial, wouldn't it? Actually getting off my cheeks and doing something. And then I'm going to come home after that, and I'm going to try and work on just deciding what two-stroke I want to ride, to be honest. Because KTM feels okay, can feel a little bit heavy and slow sometimes. Gas feels fast, but collisions are a bit off. Husky just feels meh. Fantic's okay, but front end is so loose, it's unreal. And then the Yamaha has suspension issues. So pick out of a bad bunch, unfortunately. But we'll see how it goes. Whatever I rock up with on Friday, we'll try our very best. I hope to see all of you there. And there's a chance tomorrow or Thursday I do a little bit of public lobby streaming, because it's been a hot minute since I've done anything public lobby related. So hopefully I'll see you all there as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's very much appreciated. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.
Lynn's in the zone, never backing down. Riding MX bikes, he's the talk of the town. 2022 champ with the YouTube crown. His game is tight, no signs of slowing down. Late nights, bright lights, he's chasing that fame in the digital arena. Writing his name, she's a 10 out of 10. Supporting his lane, hairline might receive, but his passion's the same.